Hello, Amazing All-Stars. Today is Tuesday, April 12th. Let's find out what is on our calendar. We were so busy yesterday that we didn't even get a chance to turn our card. We talked about one card, not the next. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided shape. Who remembers what a 5-sided shape is called? It's called a pentagon. Pentagon. Penta means 5. All right, we're going to see if we can draw some lines of symmetry. If I draw a line down the middle here, we could fold it in half and have, do we have the same thing on both sides? We would. We'd have one line of symmetry. But let me ask you this. Could I draw a line going this way and see the same thing on the top that I see on the bottom? No, I couldn't, because I see a point at the top of this one, but I wouldn't have that same point on the bottom. So we just have one line of symmetry for this. One line of symmetry going straight down the middle. Now, that was Monday's card. Now let's go to today's card and find out what we have here. I have a rhombus. Could I draw a line of symmetry on this rhombus? Let's see, if I drew it straight down the middle, would I have a line of symmetry? No. No, I would not have a line of symmetry, because there would be a part sticking out on this side that I wouldn't have on this side. But let's see, could I do this? No, even if I did that, even if I tried to fold it that way, I would not have a line of symmetry. So the rhombus, no, we would not have a line of symmetry here. Not with this rhombus. What we are going to do now is go back and look at our days in school. And we're going to add another day to it, which now makes 136 days that we have been together. 136. We have another group of 5 here that we've made. So now it makes 136 days we've been together. And again, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to do something different. We've been doing these for a while. I'm taking 136. 136 is the number word. 100 plus 35, and this. 100 plus 35 plus 1. Make that interesting for you to make 136. But what I am thinking about is, wow, we could actually add some coins here to help us get to that big number. I could put 4 quarters, which is equal to $1. And then we could have 3 dimes, which is equal to 30 cents, and 1 nickel and 1 penny, which is equal to 6 cents. And we would have 136 that way, because we'd have the coins that would total 136. 136. I know this is a different way of thinking, but again, I want to expand your thinking. I want you to think in a different way and challenge you to go deeper with your activities. So we'll save that and move on. We are now going to collect more popsicle sticks. So let's see how many we will be collecting today. We had 3 yesterday, and today we're collecting 4 more. 1, 2, wait a minute though. I see a group of 5 here. So I think we're going to do this. We'll keep these together. And I'm going to do something with this 5th popsicle stick. I'm going to try to turn it so you can see that it's a group of 5 here. We have 4 we were adding, so I've added 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have 7 popsicle sticks for the week that we've put together. We've done quite a bit with this. The last thing that I want to show you today for our time is a video about symmetry. The more you see it, the more I think it will make more sense to you. Here's some more information about symmetry.
In this video, we are going to learn about something called symmetry. You may have heard this word before. Symmetry is talked about in a lot of different subjects, such as math, science, and art. So let's get started. First, what is symmetry? To keep it simple, symmetry is when something is the same on both sides. So all of these shapes here have a line going right through the middle of them to show that on one side and the other side, it's the same. Now, to help you figure out if something is symmetrical, what you do is you add a line of symmetry. So what is a line of symmetry? The line of symmetry is an imaginary line that goes right down the middle of something that is symmetrical. It is helpful to use because this line of symmetry can be used to pretend to fold something in half, and if it matches up exactly, you know it's symmetrical. So if this butterfly could fold its wings on the line of symmetry, it would match up exactly. Now, to help us better understand what symmetry is, let's take a look at something that doesn't have symmetry. So on the left over here, we have our line of symmetry going right down the middle of this shape. And we know that this side is exactly the same to this side. We can just look and see with our eyes. But let's take a look at this one over here. Here's the line of symmetry right in the middle. And on this side, we have this shape going on. And the other side is a completely different shape. So if we folded this on the line of symmetry, these two sides would not match up. So this is something called asymmetrical or asymmetric, which does not have symmetry. So symmetry is everywhere. Let's start taking a look. Symmetry is often found in art. Artists like to use symmetry in their artwork because it is pleasing to the human eye, and artists want people to look at their artwork and enjoy looking at it. So you can see that this artwork has symmetry, right? There's 2 dragons on both sides. If we folded this in half, it would match up exactly. Here's another type of artwork. You might say, this doesn't look like an artwork. This looks like a building, but it's called architecture, and architecture is a form of art. This building is beautifully designed. This is actually called the Taj Mahal, which is in India. And the person who designed this made it so that both sides were equal, symmetrical. So it looks really nice when you're there in person or looking at it on a picture. Here's another artwork, a photograph, that is symmetrical. Both these flamingos on both sides, if we folded this in half, they would match up perfectly. Now let's take a look at this artwork. This is a painting by Georgia O'Keeffe. Now let's examine this because there's some things in this artwork that are symmetrical and there's some things that would not make it symmetrical. This skull right in the middle has the line of symmetry. If we fold it in half, it would match up perfectly. But I noticed something on this side that's not on this side, right? This flower. So technically, I couldn't say that this whole artwork is symmetrical, but I could say that the deer skull or the animal skull is symmetrical, meaning that one part of the artwork is symmetrical, but not the whole artwork. Same with this artwork. If we were to fold this in half, I'm not sure if it would match up exactly, right? The fish's head would match up with the fish's tail, right? That's not symmetrical. So this artwork would not be symmetrical. Symmetry is also found in nature. Let's take a look at some examples. This starfish, this beautiful detailed leaf, right? So we can see that symmetry is found a lot of places in the world. So now that you've learned about symmetry, you can start looking for it in your everyday life. Before we conclude this video, let's do a little bit of review. So, what is symmetry? Symmetry, to keep it simple, is when something is the same on both sides. It equally matches up. Now, what is a line of symmetry? A line of symmetry is an imaginary line that we draw right in the middle of an object or an image to help us determine if something is symmetrical. So if I were to fold this butterfly in half, or it's to fold its wings in half right on the line of symmetry and they match up equally, we know that it's symmetrical. And before we leave today, let's learn what is not symmetry just to help us. So, on both sides equal, that is symmetrical. Something that's not symmetrical, also called asymmetric or asymmetrical, is when one side is different than the other. And if we were to fold this on the line of symmetry, they would not match up. Right? So this was just a quick intro to symmetry. Thank you for watching.